What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally back with Game of Thrones. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's been like you seen the season 2 trailer. I did that the day after New Year's, and before then I didn't see anything from season. I haven't reacted to anything season 1. What was it called? Like well before Christmas. And right now we almost about to get into February. But when this video drops, like this last week, I'm about to take my break, and then this should be like one of the first videos dropping after my break. Season 2 should be in less than 2 weeks, and after season 2 hits, then there's gonna be most likely, you know, at least 2. Worst case scenario 1, but you know, minimum 2 videos, hoping for a week. Game of Thrones. I just had to, if you're wondering why it took so long, I had to get Fear the Walking Dead up out of here, man. I had to record those videos, get them out of here, so I could focus on this. But that's enough talking. Actually, nah. There's a couple of things I gotta say, bruh. One, damn, something on my tongue, dude. One, like this like an hour-long video. So it's gonna be split up into parts. But I don't know. It's gonna be a weird reaction, bro. It's gonna be a weird reaction for me. I don't usually like if it's a video where it's like I'm gonna watch it then talk at the end. It's usually shorter than this. When it's a long video, I kind of like will cut it up. But this time I'm gonna like keep the whole shit in there unless they try to take my video down, but I don't think they would for this one. So I don't know. I guess we just gonna have to see. We all just gonna have to see, man. But you're gonna see how I would be reacting, how we'll be watching if it was just, just a normal episode whenever I don't talk. And if I try to make a joke, listen, don't get mad at me, man. It is what it is. I can't even for a video where I'm just trying to take in all the information, I can't for the life of me just put out a reaction like that and don't say anything. I just can't do it, bruh. I'm a hit by oohs, dams, but I'm gonna try to make a joke when I can. I mean, it's gonna be a little more difficult, but hey, it is what it is. But that's enough talking. We got a hour and 10 minutes, and yeah. Before you get into this, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get it.
In the dawn age of Westeros, before the coming of man and the raising of castles and cities, there were only the children.
Hold up, I gotta change my volume, y'all. My bad. Alright.
The forest. Little is known of them now, but it is said they were small in stature, dark and beautiful, and no taller than children when grown to manhood. They lived in the depths of the forests and hidden villages, crannogs and caves. They hunted with weirwood bows and armed themselves with blades of obsidian. Their wise men were called green seers and were possessed of a powerful magic.
Hold on, it's gonna be my last time pausing. Well, not my last time pausing, but really stopping. I'm gonna see if there's somewhere else that I could do this. I likes to be able to read the text, especially if there's no whatchamacallit, if there's like no quote unquote like visual. I mean, there's visual right here, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, I could probably watch it somewhere else, but I just wanted to, check HBO Max real quick, see if I get subtitles. But
they worshipped nameless, faceless gods of the forest, stream, and stone. According to legend, it was they who carved faces in the great white trunks of the majestic weirwoods. Their deep-cut eyes were red with sap and ever watchful. 12,000 years ago, the first men came from the eastern continent, crossing a land bridge called the Arm of Dawn. Riding their great horses and wielding weapons of bronze, they cut down the children's forests and weirwoods. A terrible war raged between the children and the first men that lasted for centuries. At long last, the two races sought an end to the years of horror and bloodshed. They met on a small isle in the centre of a great lake called the God's Eye. It was there they forged the pact. The first men would be granted dominion over the coastlands, the mountains, the high plains and the bogs, but the deep forest would forever belong to the children, and no weirwood tree would ever again fall to man's axe. To seal the pact before the gods, the children carved a face in every weirwood tree on the island, which came to be known as the Isle of Faces. But the pact could not withstand the coming of the Andals, a race of tall, fair-haired warriors. They attacked with fire and weapons of steel, slaughtering the children of the forest wherever they could find them, burning up their weirwood groves, hacking away at the faces of the old gods, and spreading their own religion through the land. Centuries of war followed, and the Andals conquered every kingdom in Westeros, save one, the North. The kings of winter were able to withstand the Andal invasion, and descendants of the first men dwell there to this day, and continue to worship the old gods. As for the children of the forest, those who survived the slaughter were said to have fled far north and have not been seen again. Most assume they're long dead, and some don't believe they ever existed. They live on only through song and legend, and in the faces of the weirwood trees.
Damn, tears of blood, bitch.
When Aegon the Conqueror invaded Westeros, he had 7 kingdoms to contend with. The Kingdom of the North, the Kingdom of the Mountain and the Vale, the Iron Islands, the Kingdom of the Rock, the Kingdom of the Reach, the Stormlands, and Dorne. These regions had been established by the first men thousands of years before, in the Age of Heroes. One hero of this fabled age was Bran the Builder. Bran raised the wall and built the stronghold of Winterfell, establishing House Stark and reigning as the first king in the north. Other legends tell of the Grey King in the Iron Islands. Grey King took a mermaid to wife and defeated Naga, the first sea dragon. House Greyjoy of Pike, the current rulers of the region, claim to descend from him. House Casterly ruled the gold-rich Westerlands from their mighty seat of Casterly Rock, but their lands and power were swindled from them by the legendary trickster Lan the Clever. The noble house of Lannister is said to have descended from him. The verdant and fertile lands of the Reach were first ruled by House Gardener, whose founder, known as Garth Greenhand, wore a crown of flowers and vines. He ruled from Highgarden as the first king of the Reach, and was said to have made the land bloom.
Let me ask you something. Damn, I was gonna say something earlier and I just forgot. I was trying to let you speak. So I ain't even about to get into that negativity, but all I'm finna say is you expect me to have all, like, bruh, I know all this information was not, you know what I'm saying, strictly, not what's it called, said, you know what I'm saying, within that season. You know what I'm saying? You might throw a little bit of hint there, but no, I'm not I'm not even about to get into that.
Many noble houses trace their bloodlines back to him. including the current lords of Highgarden, House Tyrrell. In the Stormlands, according to ballads of the age, a warrior named Durin fell in love with Elenai, whose father was god of the sea and mother was goddess of the wind.
He's gonna have them things out of my video.
She gave her maidenhead to him, committing herself to a mortal life. Enraged, her parents called upon the winds and waters, destroying Darren's Bayside keep and wiping out his wedding guests. Darren declared war on the gods and rebuilt his keep, which was also destroyed. 4 more castles he raised, each stronger than the last. All fell to the power of the gods. But Darren's 7th castle, Storm's End, withstood the gods' rage. Darren became known as Darren Godsgrief and reigned as the first Storm King. There are countless other tales from the Age of Heroes, too many to count. These histories weren't recorded in a book, but passed down from generation to generation through story and song. And while some of them may be dismissed as fairy tales, every one of the 7 kingdoms is defined by them.
Here go this dude. Here go this dude. But yeah, I was about to say, I gotta respect, and I mess with. I ain't never seen any other story, show, movie, game do anything like this. Now I seen like, you know, certain movies or games, or I don't know if there's ever been like a show that I've seen did it, but I've seen them be like, okay, here's specific moment, you know, read out this, like have the cast read out that script like live or audiobook or whatever it may be. I mean, there's times when like they might have like one actor like read certain things for like an audiobook, but never to this degree. Like I'm a big Spider-Man, Harry Potter, like, you know what I'm saying, you see him, Harry Potter, what was the other one? And Star Wars. I wanted to see the cast, you know, read some scenes from the book, because there's some scenes in the books that's not in the movie, but that's gonna be nowhere to be seen. So I'll give y'all props, y'all doing this, and this is beyond what I even searched for when it came to different. I was just using Harry Potter as an example. That was the first one I could think of, but this is even beyond just having, you know, them read it. This is them breaking down their lore. So I'll give y'all props on that one, man.
East of Westeros lies the smoking sea, where no ship dares sail. There are those who swear it to be demon-haunted, and who's to say they're wrong? For it was there, thousands of years ago, that a cataclysmic event occurred, destroying one of the great civilizations in history. The precise details of their origins are lost to us, but it is said the Valyrians were once a modest community of shepherds, tending their flocks on a small peninsula of the great eastern continent. One fateful day, in a volcanic area known as the 14 Fires, they made a shattering discovery. Dragons. They were monstrous, scaled creatures with massive wings, sharp claws, and fiery breath. They were also said to have a deep-rooted connection to magic. In time, the Valyrians were able to tame the beasts. Harnessing their immense power, they established a city of wonder, unlike any before or since. They became skilled at sorcery and metallurgy, creating uncommon weapons of spell-forged steel. Wielding these weapons astride their dragons, the Valyrians conquered the surrounding lands and slowly expanded west. At the time, the Giscari Empire dominated much of the great eastern continent.
That don't even look right, bro.
And tried to stop Valyria's expansion. The Giscari legions attacked the Valyrians 5 times, but could never defeat them. Finally, the Valyrians marched on their capital, Old Gis, and obliterated it, turning its streets and buildings to ash with dragon flame, and wiping the Giscari people and their culture off the face of the earth. The freehold of Valyria, as it came to be known, became the most advanced civilization in the known world, with its own language, gods, and culture. The Valyrians' reach extended far and wide, covering most of the continent. Great cities were built and roadways paved, all of which led back to Valyria. The freehold would prosper for nearly 5,000 years. But it was not to last. An event that became known only as the Doom laid waste to the Valyrians, their capital city, and its surrounding lands. The peninsula itself was shattered, becoming what is now the Smoking Sea. Every dragon was thought to be lost, as were the Valyrian spells, knowledge, and recorded history. Thus, the mighty empire collapsed. What caused this cataclysm? No one knows for certain. Some say it was a volcanic eruption. Others say the Valyrians' own sorcery got the better of them. In any event, the Doom's devastation of the Valyrian people was total, with the exception of a small rocky island in the narrow sea, Dragonstone. For it was there that the Targaryens, the last of old Valyria, dwelled. They would lie in wait for another 100 years before unleashing the fury of the dragon on another continent, Westeros.
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die in my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I am the shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor.
I wonder how long these took to make.
For this night and all the nights to come. Legend tells of a winter that lasted a generation, and of a vast and terrible darkness that fell across the land. It came to be known as the Long Night. In the midst of this darkness, the White Walkers emerged from the far north. With their armies of the dead, they waged war against the living, laying waste to villages and holdfasts, leaving terror and destruction in their wake.
Golly, dude.
After years of brutal conflict and unbearable loss, an alliance of the first men and the children of the forest managed to drive the walkers and their minions back into the frigid northern wastelands from whence they came. To prevent another invasion, the first men erected the Wall, a massive fortification 700 feet in height, stretching from the Frostfang Mountains in the west to the Bay of Seals in the east. It was a structure unlike any ever built. Indeed, some maintain it could only have been completed with the aid of giants.
I don't know if I kept it in, but
powerful magic of the ancient children of the forest.
that was one of the first things I ever said about this show.
Required to guard
The fucking
and
wall is
maintain it,
massive.
and thus the Night's Watch was born. A sworn brotherhood, tasked with defending the realms of men against the dark forces that lay beyond. Upon taking his vows, a brother of the Night's Watch serves for life. It is a life of hardship and great sacrifice, so the oath must not be taken lightly. The punishment for desertion is death. The Night's Watch is divided into three vital branches: the Rangers, the Builders, and the Stewards. While all Black Brothers are expected to take up steel should the need arise, the Rangers are the true warriors of the Watch. Centuries come and gone, and although the White Walkers have yet to return, another threat has emerged. Barbarian tribes known as wildlings. The Rangers are charged with defending the realm against these lawless savages. The builders are carpenters, masons, miners, and woodsmen, tasked with maintaining the wall, as well as its various keeps, towers, and structures, which have fallen into disrepair over the years. The stewards serve as cooks, butchers, and hunters. They tend to the horses and messenger ravens, sew clothing, gather firewood, and bring supplies up from the south. The Night's Watch is a diverse group. Proud volunteers from noble houses stand side by side with petty thieves conscripted from dungeons. Class distinctions are left behind, as are past misdeeds. A man gets what he earns on the wall. And even the lowliest gutter snipe can rise up in rank if he proves himself worthy. For thousands of years, the brothers of the Night's Watch have stood their lonely vigil. As the seasons changed, as brutal wars raged in the south, as dynasties rose and fell, the Night's Watch endured. We are the swords in the darkness. We are the watchers on the wall. We are the shields that guard the realms of men.
Listen, I know y'all be trying to use it for punishments. Besides, I hate the cold. Like, it's crazy. I got a fan on. Like, it's hot recording videos. That's the only reason I got them shits on. But like, besides the temperature, Night Watch seemed kind of cool to me, dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, it's chill. It's chill vibes for me. Well, chill vibes as in, I'm not over there with all that other drama. I'm over here doing my daily task. I'm over here getting my job done, doing my duties, fulfilling my role. You know, there's gonna be some tussles, but I'll handle it. So far, you know, besides a few people from the Night's Watch seem, majority seem kind of cool.
Is a singular honor for any northerner. For it was in the north, some 8,000 years ago, that the first man drove back the White Walkers, erected the wall, and established the sworn brotherhood that would guard the realm and its people from the dangers beyond. Regrettably, the Night's Watch no longer commands the widespread respect and admiration it once did.
Yeah, it's crazy.
While House Stark and other houses in the northern regions continue to recognize its vital importance to the safety and stability of the realm,
I do too.
This view is not shared by the powerful houses of the southern kingdoms or their subjects. Most regard the Watch as a misguided, obsolete order made up of useless outcasts.
Just saying that, bro.
Admittedly, the current Night's Watch is a shadow of its former glory. Their numbers have dwindled to less than 1,000. Of the 19 castles along the wall, only 3 are functional. The Shadow Tower, Castle Black, and East Watch by the Sea.
I was literally just about to be like, have we seen any others?
Has been abandoned entirely. There are barely enough resources to maintain it. Recruiting officers, known as Wandering Crows, scour the dungeons and slums of the realm in hope of finding men to fill the ranks. While there is still the occasional highborn volunteer, the newest recruits are almost entirely made up of lowly criminals. Thieves, rapists, and murderers, sentenced to the wall as punishment for their crimes. The decline of this once fabled order is troubling, as the danger it guards against is all too real. While the White Walkers haven't been seen or heard from in ages, and may very well be the stuff of myth, barbarian tribes that dwell beyond the wall, known as wildlings, have been a menace to the North and its people for generations. At certain points in history, the disparate wildling tribes have united behind a single leader, a king beyond the wall, and attempted large-scale attacks against the realm. But thanks to the resourceful and courageous men of the Night's Watch, these so-called kings were soundly defeated. While many have lost faith in the Night's Watch, the people of the North are steadfast in their belief that the Black Brothers will answer the call of duty. But with winter coming, diminished numbers, and a lack of widespread support, will they be ready?
All right, we're gonna see if homeboy's really cool in the future, or from what I've seen, I don't even know. He could be cool, but he be getting on my guy Tyrion, and that's tough.